morning, YouTube. Today you join me in the beautiful little town of village. Do you know? I'm not sure. Village. I say village of Tollard Royal, right on the Dorset Wiltshire border. Originally, I think the name Tollard comes from a landowner many years ago by the name of Tollard. And the Royal is from its connections to King John, who had a hunting lodge here. It's a beautiful little place, a lovely pub called the King John. And we're at the beginning of August and we're bathed in sunshine. The temperatures have gone down, so it's beautiful. Now, all the sheeps, Green Lane that we're going to ride today is one of my favourites. It's probably one of the first ones I've done in a car many years ago. 20 mile an hour limit through here. It's quite long, got a nice climb, there's no gates, lovely scenery, it's got everything you want in a lane. I just thought I'd add this little bit onto the front because you'll get to see how beautiful this is. Okay, so this is actually the start of the lane. Now, the very first part of this is actually UCR, but it's only for a very short period of time. Nice little pond there. Yeah, I think if you have a look on the map, the UCR is only probably about up to about here, and then it becomes byway, open to all traffic. Now, as usual, obviously these action cameras are not going to show how steep this is, but it's quite a climb. What you will notice is every so often you've got little areas like this, which are just water runoff areas, so don't go blasting up here. And as usual, as I say in most of my videos, just watch out for the flint. As you can see underneath, there's quite like a chalky surface. A lot of Dorset flint in there, or Wiltshire flint, which is not very sympathetic to tyres. Now, this area is littered with tumuli, so this whole area has been inhabited for a long time. This time of year it's just gorgeous, that sunlight coming through the trees. Just got to be careful, it's still quite loose under the wheels, so don't take your eye off the ball yet. Looks as though we got some pheasants up ahead. Are they? No, I don't think they, oh, they could be. Baby ones. Yeah. They do amuse me in a way, pheasants, because many times they will just seem to run in front of you just rather than just pulling to the side. But be bred to be shot later on for the very rich gentry that pay to come and empty their 12 balls onto them. I'm not going to get involved if it's right or wrong. I have my own personal views about it, and I'm sure you have, but this is about motorcycles and green lanes, not about what's right and wrong. Well, not about what's right or wrong in the countryside anyway. Come on, Mr. Pheasant or Mrs. So we're still climbing, there's still climbs. Lovely row of trees here. Beautiful views between them. Quite deep that gravel is here, almost like a sandy effect. You know what, this I never get bored of this lane, it's just gorgeous. And then of course if you ride or drive it the other way, you get another perspective on it. Another pheasant party up ahead. Oh, that was a nasty flint I just felt on the back. Well, that's put a nice cut. Come on, pheasants. Oh, that reminds me of those that are old enough, a wrestler. Giant haystacks, anyone? Sheep. And here we are, bathed in the sunshine. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, one thing I just do want to bring to your attention is the actual byway route is round here, and the reason being is that area there, which looks as though it's been used as a jump in a motocross track, I believe is a scheduled monument. If you have a look on the Ordnance Survey maps, it appears on there as a ditch, an entrenchment. It's very, very old, but yeah, it's a bit of ancient history, that, and what they should have done here is to fence that off, but they didn't. And you know, I'm not blaming people that wouldn't know, because if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. You would just think it's just some farm digging or whatever, made a bit of a pile there, but it is actually a very, very ancient earthwork there. Also to note, this lane has got a voluntary closer in the winter to try and protect it. I mean, it is a beautiful lane. We wouldn't want this one closed, so I would just implore you to respect it in the winter months. Someone's filled a bit of the hole in here. There was a bit of a hole getting appearing there. That's been filled in, which is good. Now we go into quite larger type sort of rocks here. Not rocks, but stones. Again, not very friendly for tyres. Lots of flint underneath there. And again, in the winter, not that you know, we would ask you not to be here, but shall we say after wet periods, it's like ice up here. That chalk is absolutely awful on a motorcycle. Another hole that's been filled in there, that's great. And another. So hopefully that will preserve things for a little while. Now we'll just stop here for a second, because down there is the home, or I don't know if he's still there, or was the home, of a very famous film producer. I'm not going to say his name, but shall we just say that he once was with a very famous female singer. That famous female singer was, she still is, was here for a little while, and let's just say I don't think she was a virgin. So we'll leave it at that. There's a back entrance to the property here, which has all got security cameras. Just look at the views. So you see them logs here, that is because, again, in the winter when you should really be on here and it's very, very wet, this lane was puddling up quite a bit, and people then were going on the grass there to avoid the puddles. But now it seems to have been all filled in and repaired. There shouldn't be any need for it anyway. Not that you should really be on here in the winter anyway. But again, this is just like ice. Thank you. Yeah, see there where that's got a slightly sort of darker shade to it? Yeah, after rainfall, terrible. I'm just going to point out What about that for a pad down there then? What amazing views. Absolutely gorgeous. Some of this byway actually forms part of the Ox Drove according to the Ordnance Survey maps. The Ox Drove is sort of split into different sections. Some parts is named Ox Drove, some is like Cranbourne Road or Cranbourne Chase Road. Out there to the right is another byway that comes up from the bottom. That's another nice little ride, straight drive. Thank you. This area has been, well, it was repaired. So this area once was nearly impassable. It was really deeply rutted. You could ground out. People were getting stuck here in the winter. They repaired this, they filled all that in, they put some posts there to stop people going along it. And what happens? Oh, the lane's not challenging enough, let's go and tear it up. Which is what's happened here. You can see obviously it's no need for it, for God's sake. Go to a pay and play if you've got to do that. Just because you spent a fortune on your D1 with popcorn limiter and special tracks, it doesn't mean to say you've got the authority to go and rip up lanes. A little bit tricky going up here. All that flint, I'll try not to spin the wheel at all, just try and keep a constant speed. Don't want to chew that rubber up too much. And this area is known as Wingreen Hill. Popular place for people courting, I think is a good term. Also quite popular with amateur radio, CB radio users, because it's a nice high spot and easily accessible. And of course just somewhere to park and walk the dogs and go for a walk along this beautiful countryside. So as you can see, this part is used frequently by regular vehicles, so it is completely flat. But just look at that beautiful view from up there. That was quite a nice long lane. There's no gates, beautiful views. To me, it's just sort of got it all what you want in a lane. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Please, if you can, please subscribe. I haven't got many subscribers, and it just gives me the boost to carry on doing what I'm doing. So we'll see you next time. Thank you.